Welcome to part 48 of Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends, and in this episode, we're going to be playing the campaign against Cao Cao. Now, to make a quick apology, yeah, there was actually a weapon in part 47. It was the Hex Marks harness. And yeah, you had to beat Guan Yu and Xiahou Dun for it. Problem? Yeah, you actually had to beat him before reinforcements came. Problem? I already had the Hex Marks harness and I got it from Legends mode. Oops. Well, now we've come here to campaign against Cao Cao, which the special weapon will only appear in the campaign if you're playing as Lu Bu's forces. The stage is going to be full of ambushes and plots. But two specific ones I want to make note of. The one with Xu Huang and the one with Yue Jin. If you actually go the opposite direction and discover their ambushes before they can use them on you, the Stormrunner harness will appear in Cao Cao's cave. Now, the thing about this stage, if you're not playing as a commanding officer, that's why the difficulty is as high as it is. There will be traps that will trap the enemy officer, the ally officer, sorry, that's what I meant to say, the commanding ally officer. There will be traps that will be set on the commanding ally officer, which in turn will have you to stop what you're doing to save them. And also, once you're in those traps, the enemies you face will be in high morale. Cao Ren is one of those people that would unleash a trap on you. See, once your commanding officer crosses the bridge, if you aren't playing said commanding officer, Cao Ren will break the bridge. And speaking of which, I'm playing this as Lu Bu because, well, I spent at least three battles actually fighting him, and I ran away from one of them. But that's okay, though. We're gonna finish this up as Lu Bu, because, I mean, it would be best if I do so. After all, in order for actually get Lu Bu's level 10 weapon, he needs to have his weapon at level 9 anyway. So, that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, you might not like the fact that I will be playing with level 9 or level 10 weapons, and it might more things, but here's the thing. You're gonna have to have level 9 weapons in order for you to even get level 10 weapons, let alone level 11. Level 11. Bit my tongue. Did not mean to do that. But at least if you're playing as Lu Bu's forces, one person in particular that won't show up in Cao Cao's forces is Zhang Liao. I mean, if you're playing as him, then you're more than likely going to have to save Lu Bu or Dong Shuo if you're playing this as Dong Shuo. The only person you won't have to worry about this with is Zhang Jiao. And unless you're playing this on free mode or with 2-player, you won't have to worry about Zhang Jiao being trapped in the castle by Cao Ren, because Zhang Jiao does not have his two brothers as Lu Cao officers. I mean, I would be terribly surprised if they did, because after all, they do have character designs in Blast. But it would be, I would just be remiss to say that you will not have to worry about having to save Zhang Jiao as the Yellow Turbans, because you only have him to play as. Now, you probably are thinking, why did I say there'll be ambushes by Yue Jin and Xu Huang? Real simple. The ambushes are not shown on your screen or on your unit info. Those ambushes will only appear if you actually get close enough to them.
We must not fall behind.
Cao Cao is pulling out all his stops in that regard.
Retreat.
So let's go on ahead and head into the fort here, and I think that's where we're going to be facing another enemy. And if I'm not mistaken, Zhang He does make an appearance here, if I'm not mistaken. As a matter of fact, yeah, I was trying to say, if Zhang He does make an appearance, and I do believe he has a dim sum, if he does. I'm just trying to remember this, because... Oh, wait, no, that's right. I think that only happens if you're playing as Zhang Jiao. But, if not, I don't think Zhang He will actually show up.
Me? Die.
And we got ourselves into a duel that was ended very quickly with Xiahou Dun. So now, this is the part where Yue Jin would actually ambush. You know that circle area? You're going to have to go through the west area to catch not only Xu Huang, but also catch Yue Jin, which will disrupt their ambush. And after you do that, that will basically give you the Stormrunner harness. Now, what does the Stormrunner harness do? While Hex Marks give you luck, Stormrunner is good for cavalry armor, basically. If you put cavalry armor and mounted horse attack, cavalry armor which has mounted horse defense, and cow helmet which will give you, horn helmet, sorry, which will give you mounted horse attack, plus Machao, who by the way actually benefits from that, because for some reason he has a higher mounted horse attack than anybody else in the game. You're probably going to be better off doing things on horseback. I mean, Machao is the only one that will actually benefit from fighting people on horseback. Now, I do believe Yue Jin would be around here somewhere. Or was he on the left or was he on the right? I'm pretty sure he was near the gate. But there were two ambush parties. Hey! Where are you going? And I think there's Cao Pi right there. Again, he doesn't get a character model until Dynasty Warriors 5. Let's see. Ooh, I got a defense +2 from that. I find this actually hilarious, though, that despite everything these guys are doing, the Tortoise Amulet is giving me enough defense to tank all of these hits, even though by default, Lu Bu has very low defense, but ridiculously high attack. And I do believe once you get his level 10, it's the strongest weapon in the damn game.
Now, begin the attack.
Yeah, this is the ambush I was referring to. If you would have went around the other way, or at least you would have gone through the west, you would have caught him. I think the game tried to say you had to... I think there's some guides that say you could go through one or the other. You gotta catch both of those ambushes in order for you to actually get the Stormrunner harness. Sorry, I had a moment because I had a brain fart there. But again, I think I may have done this wrong because I accidentally triggered the ambush.
I have yet to attain true strength.
Honestly, if I would have went to the west, he would have probably... No, actually, if I'd have went to the east... No, I was right, to the west. If I'd have went to the west, I would have actually caught him before he showed up. But I'm pretty sure Yue Jin also appears somewhere around here, too. I'm positive he does. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Let's see. Nope. That's just all the rest of Cao Pi's forces. Well, so all that's left now is Cao Cao, right? Let me let you in on a little secret. Again, that's going to be another ambush plot. Because you see, Cao Cao, despite being holed up in his castle, he has one last ambush plot if you're closing in on him. And that ambush plot happens to be Xiahou Dun. Now that is where the problem actually lies in. If you're playing as a subordinate of either Lu Bu or Dong Zhuo, Xiahou Dun will beeline for your commander with soaring morale, and that will spell trouble for you. I'm pretty sure Yue Jin's around here somewhere. Or did I already kill him? Yeah, I think I already killed him. Alright.
Did you think you could break through our force?
There we go. Let's get rid of Dian Wei. And now that Dian Wei's out of the way, Cao Cao will unleash Xiahou Dun. And Xiahou Dun will be coming for the main officer, whether you're playing them or the computer is playing them.
We must not fall behind.
Alright. Let's go on to take down Cao Cao now. Up there he is. Now, this closing the gate thing will always happen, but if you have an enemy commander who will be at the castle in the top of the stage, you have to immediately kill the guard captain, hop on your horse, and go right to Xiahou Dun. However, thankfully, Xiahou Dun will be coming to me as opposed to coming to the commanding officer had I would have had somebody else instead of Lu Bu. That would probably be the only thing. Then your two options would have been either defeat Cao Cao as quick as you can before Xiahou Dun finishes off the commanding officer, or face off against Xiahou Dun, who is by now soaring with morale and is probably tough to beat. Let's see. If there's anything else that needs to be mentioned? Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, Xiahou Dun will be strong, and he will also double his attack when he's about to die, but other than that, that's not much to mention. Cao Cao doesn't do that either. It's just only Xiahou Dun. And let's see. Also, yes, I did say something about Zhang He making an appearance here. Yeah, Zhang He actually does make an appearance if you're not playing as the commanding officer, but the thing is, you have to actually they stop the ambush with Yue Jin in order for you to actually have Zhang He appear. He will be a random warrior with the same amount of morale as Xiahou Dun. However, the thing is, he'll also have like double speed and double defense. So bear that in mind if you're facing off against Zhang He. But he didn't appear this time around because he only appears if you're not playing as the commanding officer. Xiahou Dun will give you an automatic 4+, or if you're playing this on Musou, 8+ weapon. So bear that in mind whenever you fight against Xiahou Dun. Alright. Now it's time for us to head straight over to Cao Cao. And yeah, I say automatic 4+, either attack or defense, because it's kind of randomized sometimes. Sometimes he'll give you 4+ attack, sometimes he'll give you 4+ defense. Lu Bu's case, he honestly doesn't need all those upgrades because he does get the most powerful weapon in the game, but at the same time, you will need all the attack and defense you could get, because when you're trying to get the most powerful weapon in the game, you need some sort of protection because you're doing this on hard. But I gotta say though, he has the easiest ultimate weapon, no, the easiest level 11 weapon to get in Legends mode, believe it or not. And that is, you have to destroy 1,000 units, and that's it. That's why I picked now to talk about that. Because although I won't be going on to Legends mode, I haven't beaten all of them, I will say that. I've only beaten like a good number of them, one of which was Liu Bei's. I can't stand that one, really. I will have to actually be strong enough to go after Legends. But I will do Extreme Mode, though. That will be the last part of this playthrough. So the only thing left to worry about is Cao Cao. He does not retreat, thankfully. I don't think anything you do here in this stage will affect anything that happens in Zhu Chang, I do believe. But he does have rematch with Lu Bu in GP, so that much I do know. So basically, you were taking on Cao Cao in GP, and I think Zhu Chang? No, he doesn't take on Cao Cao in Zhu Chang. Never mind. But if you're taking on Lu Bu, if you're using Lu Bu for the battle of GP, you're gonna practically have to protect the carriage. Other than that, this stage is actually straightforward. Just don't play as like allied officers unless you really want to. But again, you can get the Stormrunner harness here, and you can also get a lot of level up here because I got Lu Bu at level 2, and Lu Bu is almost at level 8 in his weapon. So with that said, folks, I'll be going to the campaign against Sun Jian as Lu Bu. Even though they have a weapon there if you're playing this as Dong Zhuo. But whatever the case, folks, I'll see you guys in part 49. We're closing in on the end of Dynasty Warriors 4 Extreme Legends. Just 3 more parts to go. See you guys next time.